Welcome to this horror special of TRS Clips. Subscribe and enjoy this video. Have you dealt with Ouija boards? Ouija boards?
Ouija
I think we
boards.
spoke about portals in the last conversation. So is a Ouija board a portal?
It can be.
What is a Ouija board? Like, why don't you just explain it a little
Ouija board is like any kindergarten book with all the letters of the alphabets and the numbers and a yes and no, hello and goodbye written upon that. And you place an object upon that, which is known as a planchette. 3 or 4 people put their fingers on it and it moves on its own. But that works upon the idiomotor effect. It's not really occult. It can be. Why? Because again, it works through manipulation. So the micro muscles of our fingers that twitch makes the planchette move. If I want to move it, I will move it on my own. And I'm manipulated. But what is making me move it? Either my skepticism, my motivation of fooling the others, that itself is a demon. And if I'm not afflicted by the demon of this, I'm not physically actually moving it. I wanted to move it on its own. But moment a question is asked and it moves on its own, it's your micro muscles which are actually pushing the planchette all around the place and going to certain letters and everything. Okay. And from where does the information come? From the recesses of your memory. Oh, that's nice.
I am wearing a cross locket that just fell off. Okay, anyway. What is happening here, man?
Nothing. There's just something physical.
Okay. Micro muscles.
Micro muscles, yeah.
Damn.
So your micro muscles like even twitch on your face and on your eyebrows and all those things. I mean, might do even this that is possible or something like that, It happens. So that moves a planchette. It just carries something from the recesses of your memory and gives you the answers. If at all the 4 people don't know anything about what has been asked, you will never find an answer. You might find a very disruptive answer. But yes, this also, this is the scientific logic behind it. But yes, it can also be that you are manipulated by some or the other demon or by something else with the recesses of that memory that you might actually just end up giving good answers. So a Ouija board is very scientific. It's just a plaything. It's nothing, too serious. But you just cannot trivialize it again and just say, okay, fine, it's just a game board, so you can play with it. No, you never know when it is just a play board and when it can actually invite a demon from another or a dead entity from another zone. And so it's like playing blind dates with evil entities.
But what can possibly cause it to invite an entity? It's random?
Yeah, why not? Given the opportunity to interact with the present world, any dead entity will do anything.
Why?
Because I want to interact. Suppose I'm dead. Right now, I have all my mental faculties alive. I have my eyes, I have a nose, I have my tongue to speak, I have my ears, I have all my limbs, I can walk everywhere. But suppose if somebody just gouges my eyes out, suppose I'm deafened by putting acid in my ears, and suppose my whole vocal cords have been taken away and I can't even speak, my tongue is cut. Somebody cuts my limbs, all my limbs, makes me a complete vegetable and places me in the outskirts of the Saharas or probably in the tribal jungles of Africa. I would want somebody to come and understand my form of communication. For me, a single tap might be a yes and a double tap might be no. But to the person who is interacting with me, a double tap might be a yes and a single tap might be a no. So how do I establish a form of communication? So at that point of time, if somebody really establishes that and I find that this person is understanding me good and is taking me exactly to the water that I want to drink or is giving me food exactly when I want, or is taking me back to my homeland, I would want to interact with that person. Okay. Suppose you think about a dead entity or a demon. You would always want to get in touch with someone who's understanding them so that they can use that as a medium to communicate with the real world.
Okay. Man, you said that Ouija board could possibly not also be a part of the occult. So I want to ask you, what is an actual occult thing?
Anything you want it to be. Like for example, you can cut a log of wood. You can use it as firewood. It serves its purpose. But you fashion a deity out of it, an idol out of it, and start worshipping it, becomes an idol.
As in
a deity.
fire.
No. You take a log of wood,
Oh, okay,
you
okay,
cut it
okay.
and you use it for furniture, or you use
Okay.
it as, it serves its purpose. But the moment you carve it into a deity and you worship it, it becomes a deity for you, right? It's what you have in mind for it. So you might take a mirror, stand in front of it and keep on chanting Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary with the intention of seeing Bloody Mary. You will see Bloody Mary.
Really?
Or you may not. Right? If you just play it as a game, nothing is going to happen because Bloody Mary doesn't really work.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Does
Yeah.
Bloody Mary work?
No, it doesn't. But if you want it to work, it will work.
How?
You say Bloody Veronica also, for that matter. Bloody Veronica will appear if you want
I'm
it to
getting
work.
chills, dude. Why am I getting chills?
You say anything. I mean, for that matter, as I said, a Ouija board is just like a kindergarten student's or person's, a book which has all the letters of the alphabet down there and all the numbers, right? You want that to happen, it can happen. You ask our questions over there, it can happen. Any form of spirit communication is bullshit if you don't believe in it. For example, even on the gadgetry also that we want, we ask them spike our gadgets, right? You come close to this and it'll spike on its own because you contain EMF. So if you come over here, my sensor will sense you, right? You come with that much intensity or you come with less intensity. You want to manifest through, say, about in an organic manner by manipulating the birds in the air to chirp, or probably the insects to manifest, or whatever like that. You can ask that. And that will happen. You might think that is random, but if it happens exactly when you ask them the answers, and it happens at that point of time, that means you're getting a communication back in return. Like your dog at home might bark or might not bark throughout the day. But if it is barking exactly when you want it to, when you're asking it to, and is giving you a response, that's a response. So you have to respect that as a response, no matter how skeptic you are about it. But if a dog is exactly, or your bird is exactly chirping when you wanted to chirp, that's a response. So in the same way, any form of spirit communication, be it the Ouija board, be it the gadgets, or be it any form of EVP, electronic voice phenomena, anything, if it is giving you a response to the stimulus that you are providing, that is a response. So it can be good or it can be evil, anything.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to TRS Clips and check out this horror playlist for even more videos.